There's nothing new under the sun. The property market works in circles, right? So it goes like this, up and down, just like your stocks, if you are familiar with stocks. Or just like your life. You know, like your life is like a roller coaster. It's up, it's down, it's up, it's down. So that is the cycle of life, and it's all normal because so many people are getting anxious about the market or the property market. So just want to take these few minutes and break down how the market is looking so that you can understand what will be the next thing for you to do, right? So if you are new in this channel, please subscribe. But if you are old, please like, share with your friends, and share with your family. And let's get to it, shall we? So, the first graph that we're looking at the residential property transfers from around 2000 all the way around 2022, which is where we are right now, right? So you will see that the graph is showing the transaction purchase price, which is in rent values, and the volume, which means the number of transactions that has been made. And then you will see that in actual fact, when you started in 2000, you had so much volume that you were selling, but in terms of the price itself, it was not really that much. But I'm more interested in the later stages of 2022. So if you can see, there was a dip, right? There was a dip, and then there was a sharp increase, and now you can see there's a dip again. So the first dip is actually just indicating the time when we were in lockdown, right? So you remember when we were in lockdown, all activities were really very slow or legal to that matter. But when we started to release up, the Reserve Bank reduced the interest rate, which increased the demand. That's where you see that sharp increase there. But because of that sharp increase, it sort of increases your inflation and other economic factors that are in play, like the food prices going up, the oil shortages, all those kind of stuff. That's why now you see there's a drop in terms of the number of transactions, in terms of the actual the prices of the properties. So this is where we are, and this is, I believe, where we will start with the new year. We will see this dip going down. And just to emphasize this point, you can see also on the next graph, which shows that the recent market activity transaction. So if you actually see quarter by quarter, from 2018 to now, which is 2022, you will see that this even on the breakdown here, you will see on the lower volume, the mid volume, the high volume properties, the luxury and the super luxury properties, all are showing the same trend, which is going down, right? So, and then I'll just show the last graph and then really break down what these actually mean for you, right? So all of them are showing really the decline in terms of the demand, right? And then if we are breaking down the recent market activity nationally, we can see that in terms of the number of transfers that we have had this year already is like 194,000. But if you look at what we had last year, as I already said, there was a decrease of the interest rate, which means that it increased the demand. And you can see that it was almost close to double, which was 328, right? And if you compare where we are right now with what we had in 2020, we will see that we still did not meet that. We are still lower in that case, right? And then in terms of the value, you can see that we are standing around almost 200 billion. Also is the lowest since 2019, right? Same applies to the number of transaction. We are standing actually way below than any year in the past 4 years, right? So if we are going deeper to show this in the areas that I'm based and I'm doing business in, which is Gauteng. So you see this graph shows around the past 5 years, from 2018 until now. You could see that we still actually do not have the numbers that we have in the past 5 years, which means that there's a big drop in terms of the volume or the number of transfer. Same applies to the rent value. But on the rent value, if you're looking at Gauteng is more in line with what we had in 2018, 2019. 2020 was lower, and in terms of the rent value, we are actually now more than what we had in 2020. But 2021, as you know, everybody was buying at that time, so we were much higher there. So what does this actually mean, right? Is it all gloom and is it all gloom and what do they say again? Gloom on what? Okay, so there is a sharp decrease in terms of the number of transactions that are going on, or in terms of property, because people have low affordability because of the rising costs right now. But it's not all bad, right? It's not all bad, because if you are a buyer, right, there will be those people that actually will not be able to afford these properties, that will actually sell them at bargain prices. So for you, it is still good, right? But for most sellers, some of them might not be able to get their prices. So it means, because there's a drop now of the demand, right? It means there's really a few buyers right now that can actually afford these properties, which means that when you actually price your property, you need to price it according to what the market is saying right now, right? So there is a video that I've actually made that actually differentiate between a buyer's market and a seller's market, and here you are able to really see the difference. I'll put the link on the description, so that after viewing this video, you just go there and really understand what is the difference between a buyer's market and a seller's market, and so that you can actually understand what this market is telling us. I hope you are now clear of what's actually happening on the market, and if you're a buyer and if you're a seller, you actually really know what you need to do. Cheers. I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, and to also share with your friends. Cheers.